1923 Main Street.
Home of everything to do with travel in style. We are your hosts.
I am Mike Braddock.
And I'm Amelia Braddock. And today, how to match outfits on a Disney vacation, but still look stylish.
Yes, we get quite a few questions and comments or, emails about this topic in particular, which really is how do you match your group, your family, whatever you are in Disney outfits, but not using those, sort of shirts you've all seen with the faux Disney font and a Mickey head where you look like you all work for the same fast food restaurant or something like that. You know what I mean? Or you're on an outing with your office and they give you these shirts to wear.
Well, I love a good coordinated outfit vibe, but
and
I
that's
think you
really
can
what
elevate
we're
it a
talking
little
about.
bit as well.
That is exactly what we're talking about. So matching Disney outfits don't have to be everybody wearing the same X-Family Vacation 2025 shirt, right? And we say this because you've all seen them around. Are they functional? Sure, they're functional. Are they fashionable? Not exactly. And sure, they stand out, but not in a stylish way. And also, everybody's wearing them, so you may buy them thinking, ooh, this is so cool, we're going to be different.
Honestly, that's the problem. I've almost seen people lose a kid, look for the kid, and find a different kid in the same shirt.
Because they're all wearing the same sort of shirt like that.
So if your goal is to be visible, be accessible by your group, maybe you want to find something a little bit more niche, and why not find something a little bit more stylish?
Yeah, and you can do it. And the final thing I wanted to point out before we get into how you can do it is they can be a little much in photos. You're going to have these photos forever. These are your memories, and looking back on those shirts in a few years might not be the way you think it's going to be. So these memories are going to last a lifetime. You deserve something more for your outfits. You can have magical, modern, and not mass-produced. So let's talk about how to get rid of the matchy-matchy Disney look to something that's sort of a more cohesive colors, story, style, however you want to look at it.
Absolutely. Something I like is matching like a color palette.
So how do you do that?
Well, I think it looks really cute. I mean, it depends on the vibe. It depends on the vibe of the group. It depends on what park you're going to, what rides you're doing, what type of family you are. You could go, super bright, or you could go a little bit more muted, a few different shades that go well together, like dusty blues or warm, more natural tones. If mom is wearing, a light toned hoodie and some cropped jeans, and then dads don't really like to wear a lot of color, I found a lot of the time, maybe more a slate or something, and still can have a graphic tee, some canvas shorts, and then then you could have kids in more like solid colored shorts or joggers, and then maybe a more muted t-shirt with something like Mickey inspired or something they pick up in the parks, something a little bit more cohesive.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. When you look at, for example, the products we make and sell, you can still have, whether it's full-on Disney or sort of Disney-inspired or subtle Disney, one way, everybody could actually be wearing the same natural t-shirt or hoodie or sweatshirt, but with different graphics and things. But as a group, you're still going to look cohesive, but not tacky.
I think that's exactly the thing, because everybody likes the idea, or I think most people like the idea of looking like a cohesive family, especially in your photos, you're posting them. You want to look cute, you want to look put together, and that's the main vibe of getting the matching shirts. But I also think there's a lot of people that judge the matching shirts.
Yeah, they definitely do, even within the family.
There's a nice, cute way to do it.
Is there not always, and I would be one of these in ours, but is there not always someone in every single family who says, I don't want to wear these matching just tacky shirts, and then they're forced upon them by whoever is the one pushing the
there's
shirts.
Always at least one person in the group that just looks like they want to not be there while wearing those matching shirts.
And this is maybe especially true if you're the Disney adult, the Disney adult group. You can still be stylish and take comfort in the fact that you can sort of rep your love for Disney without looking like goofy.
And, even like
small G goofy.
Maybe one of the shirts is cute. You customize them a little bit. One or two of them's cute. There's some that are like day one. day 2.
Yeah,
Day-
I mean,
I don't think I could handle wearing it every day.
I think all of this stuff really, if you're into that at all, we're not. That's why, I mean, that was part of the whole reason the brand was created in the first place, is sort of the altar of that entirely. But if you are into that thing, I think those are the kind when you get there, you may realize, maybe we went overboard if you go to that degree where you've got not only matching shirts, but a whole or half vacation full of variations of these matching shirts. It can get a little much.
Yeah. And if that's your vibe, you can always lean into that. But there's definitely some other options if you want to expand the vibe a little bit. And then if you have a color palette and you don't want to be wearing something graphic, you could always fit in that color palette with a cute dress or pair it with a nice skirt or something like that makes it a little bit more, cutesy.
Yeah.
At least for me.
And let's just talk about a few samples. All of these things will be in the blog post, by the way, and the show notes, so check them out. We're going to give you some ideas, outfit ideas that are picture perfect and give you the matching vibe, but that are not those faux font Disney style shirts.
Exactly. Because, at least when I go on Disney vacation, I have, let's be honest, a few thousand photos that enter my camera roll. And I want my outfits to be the main part of that. I need them to be chic. I need them to be something that, I look back on and I'm like, yes, good job.
And this is fair. So remember, this whole episode is about, for those of you who do want to sort of get a look for the whole group. We don't really do that ourselves. Amelia does it for herself. So let's ask her to expand on that for how you might put together a group in a way that's not just, matching shirts, 10 of them ordered in different sizes, but still give a sort of cohesive vibe.
Well, I still want Disney, and I think there's a lot of cute things that I've seen other people do and that I have on my Pinterest board for things that I want to do depending on where you are. Okay.
Actually, there's a lot of tips on Pinterest too, right? If you start searching this, I'm assuming. I haven't done the search, but I'm guessing Pinterest. There will be.
Can always have a good Pinterest board. I've done the search. So first of all, start classic at the Magic Kingdom. Recently, the castle has remained its lovely pink shade that they painted it for some reason. Used to be blue. Now it's pink. Whatever. So I like the pastel kind of vibe with this. Pastel blues, pinks, even purples and those kind of colors. You can do cute little dresses if you want to make it princessy. You could still have t-shirts and graphic t-shirts that are that kind of color. Maybe a plain shirt and a bottom that kind of color. I love the sort of color palette that works together and really goes well with the castle when you're posting pictures. And even just the Magic Kingdom in general, especially, if you go to Fantasyland or even the Dumbo kind of circus area, Storybook Circus and that kind of thing goes really well with that color palette.
And the shirts can be Disney or subtle Disney in that family. The point is when a group is together dressed like that, you will see that they are a group together. That's the whole point of this.
And exactly, that's the point, because obviously, or at least most people, you want to look like a group. You want to look like your family going to Disney. Absolutely.
Now, one that I would sort of like would be more, because I'm a basic color guy. What, the monochrome look?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you talk about that?
All the time. I've done this before. This one, you can add some accessories. So if you want to make it Mickey or princessy, you can do this for whatever thing, especially if you have a favorite pair of ears. This is really good. So you could go all black, black shirt, black shorts, any kind of all black ensemble you want. Pop a pair of Mickey or Minnie ears on, and then you're Mickey or Minnie, and you're very much
I love
Disney.
This one personally. And if you throw a splash of
cute.
Red in there, then you're really going to get, or even yellow for their yellow shoes.
Exactly. But you can do this with anything. Let's say you swap out, now you've got a nice pink t-shirt on and a princess, Mickey ears, Aurora Minnie ears. Well, now you're Aurora. Now you're a different princess. Now you can switch it up. You got some teal, you got some purple on, pop on the little sequin Ariel ears. Now you're Ariel. You could do this for literally any single pair of ears and make it the vibe.
And then again, you will look like a group. Now, if you
can pair characters too. You could have Mickey and Minnie or somebody else.
That's
princesses
what I love about
all together. That's one of my favorite things.
And your subtle graphics will tie it all together.
When I see people do this, I love it so much.
And if you don't like those color tones and you're more into the earthy taupes or browns or things that are sort of trendy right now, maybe for an Animal Kingdom thing, you can definitely do this with the earth tone style as well.
That one would be more for Animal Kingdom. You can pair it up. I love pairing these things to parks as well. Another good one, especially this one is for me is a favorite at Hollywood Studios, and I love this one when I've seen it. Can be for some other lands at other parks or certain hotels, but mainly Hollywood Studios, the retro kind of vibe. Because, you know, like the old Hollywood, all the films, like Hollywood Studios has lots of stuff that spans the decades, whether unintentionally or not, it does. So I love doing more, like you could have some bandanas, you could have some different like vintage t-shirts or kind of stuff that shows many throughout the years, or old film shirts is a big one to expand on all the things that Hollywood has to offer. I love doing, you know, something I've seen a lot is cute pairs of gingham shorts or different patterned shorts, and then a white t-shirt with a retro graphic on it. I think that's cute. You know, even different hair pieces that were popular throughout the 80s or 90s, different retro pieces that tie together. Or you could even do different years for different films that tie together the look where you all have sort of a central theme. I love that. I've seen a couple people do that at Hollywood Studios. Big fan of it.
Yeah, it would work at the Contemporary too.
Yeah, that's what I was
thinking. Right in that style. And, you know, so that just gives you some ideas. And I did want to say also, we've done some episodes in the past and blog posts. I'm going to link to them in the story where we have, if you really want the matching shirts, you just want to go and buy 10 shirts. We have several options for that aren't Smith Family Vacation 2025 type things. Our Princess Team series is one example. We have several of these that are themed units that are not all the same thing, that if you really would just want to buy 6 shirts, this is another option for the way to go. So check those out as well at 1923mainstreet.com, because that is still, in my opinion, a better option than those really cheesy looking. I mean, I'm just going to say
you can't tell he's not a fan.
I just don't. They're tacky. They're cheesy. Don't love them. So if you do, more power to you. If you want to do this and you're looking for something different, hopefully you found a lot of ideas in this episode today for creative ways, stylish ways to do it, because that's what we're all about. Vacation style your way. All right, everyone. Thanks as always for listening. Follow along on social media at 1923 Main Street. Visit us at 1923mainstreet.com. We'll see you again next week. And remember to always roam freely and wear boldly.
Bye-bye.